Yard, and it's actually not morning, it's like 6:30 at night. Just doing a short video. Some of you guys wanted to know what the tracks looked like, and this is where we started from. If you go back to our first and second video, you'll see more of what this looked like when we started. This is about 1,000 feet of rail right here, from here up to the curve. We're just going to do a quick walk of this. Some of it will get sped up, hopefully with music over it. Maybe I'll have to see what they do. Do you guys like the music, or do you not like the music? Leave a comment down below if you like the music, or different genres of music. I know we normally do country / western just because it seems railroad theme, but put a comment down below if you'd like a different genre of music. We make these videos for you guys. Without you guys, we wouldn't make these videos. So right here to the left is our enormous brush pile. Actually, if the camera guy stays here, this is giving you a size comparison. I'm 6 foot tall, and I'm standing on brush right now. It's pretty big. It's about maybe 50 to 60 feet long and 10 feet tall from where I'm standing on top of the rail bed. So it's be a big pile. We are gonna get a brush mulcher. We're gonna get a mulcher in here and mulch all this up into a pile, and then I'll show you later on what we're gonna do with the spoil from the ditch. So we'll talk to you down there. This is what's left of the J lead. This went to, it was just a stretch rail that ran off that way. But we think this is the lead that we're going to put back in, not right here though, over there, to have two tracks running down alongside each other. We are looking into that, and we might be buying some rail next week for it. So we'll see about that. Okay, so here at the cart, you can actually come a little bit closer, that's a little far. I'm going up to northern Ohio to look at those scrap hoppers we were talking about. We do have a rotary dump truck coming in to take the spoil away from the ditching that I'll show you here in a minute. But we still would like to have those hoppers on this rail cart for spreading ballast and carrying ties, and well, not carrying ties in those, but for spreading ballast. And I forgot my tape measure, but the reason I need to go look at it is to know how wide this is compared to how wide the hoppers are. And we'd like to put one on the front and one on the back, so that we can come up when we start replacing ties, we can dump off the front and back at the same time, or one and then the other. So if you follow me up this way, still got a little bit of brush clearing. I know I heard or saw some people comment about brush clearing. That still needs done a little bit. Okay, so this is the ditch that I dug with the mini excavator. Thank you for all the comments of how to keep the bucket lubed and stuff. We haven't really dug with it much yet, but we'll definitely take into account some more environmentally safe ones. But just checking it, it still looks like it's doing good. A little iced over right now. Not enough to stand on, or else I would. But this is what the ditch looks like. And this is the start of where the Gradall is going to come in and clean up the ditch. So this is a temporary fix. It's just to keep the water from going that way, and it being February now. Obviously a lot of snow. We're supposed to get, I think, 8 to 10 inches in 2 days, and then in 4 days another 9. So we get a lot of cold and stuff. And that brings me to my next thing. The reason we're not out here working on the railroad is it's really cold and everything's frozen. So if we could do track work in the winter, we probably would, but it's too cold to be out here and do this by hand. If we had machines, Kershaw machines out here, we'd absolutely be out here, but we don't. But over here behind me, this is where the Gradall is going to start, which means we'll have to clear the brush closest to the rail on the right of way. So after this point, we maybe have 200 feet of brush to clear, and then after that it's pretty clear, and it'll just be for the Gradall to clean the ditch out so that it flows better. And then we'll have to, I think this switch right here, the first one, or not the first one, that's the first one, the railroad said was okay. If you remember watching in an earlier video where we read the railroad's report, if you want to go back, please go watch that video. It was pretty cool. This switch needs work. Right here, this is the rail that used to connect to the J lead. And like I said earlier, curve off that way. We're probably going to keep it and then just curve it straight on down and have another track. And then over here is the beginning of the 700 track that goes off that way. You can show them that. Goes over around the corner, and we hope to put some cars on there, hopefully, but you never know. But it's our track and it's on our land, so we probably will. Some more updates coming from Brian. He's not here at the railroad today. I was over here working, and I was like, you know what, I've got the stuff. I've got another person to film me, so I'm gonna do the video. So all the trees on this side of the little ditch that you're looking at will have to come out, and me and Brian, who is my dad, I think I saw a comment, what's the relationship in between these two? I am Brian's son. It's an honor to be his son and learn a lot from him. I want him to sit down and talk about his career in the railroad industry. I know it started in the 70s. He did a lot with GE industrial locomotives. That's why he likes them so much and knows so much about them. But then he also did some other stuff in the rail industry, and I think that would be cool if he would talk about that. But so me and him were down here. This is the video. We did this in the video where it starts out with Brian saying, I'm in a ditch. And it was swampy that day. It was really swampy that day. But this is just a look at the trees, what else needs to come out. And then it's really up to the switch point where it's bad. And then after here, it's not too bad. And then that big dead tree will have to come down just because I don't want it falling on any stored cars or people, and it's already dead, so why leave it? So this is the view of the rail that we have. Looking down at the bottom, you can maybe see the back of the grapple, that white dot that's kind of in the air. And this is the section of track that we're working on now. Just because beyond this, on the other side of this red sign is where the rail that we connect to is. They put that sign there when they did the inspection to show that the track was good up to here, which is encouraging because we have about maybe 300 feet past here that's good track already ready to use. All right, so I was walking around here, and this is Isaac. He was filming me today. We were hanging out earlier, and I just was like, hey, you want to be in one of our videos? So Isaac's main job for us is cutting down trees and bush cutting. He's really good at that and really loves to do it, so why not let somebody do what they love? Me and him have been friends for many years. And really without this project and the bush cutting knowledge, I mean, I can go in with the chainsaw and cut down trees and cut up bushes, but it's really, compared to him, I can't. He can do it faster, better, smarter than me. I'll just cut it down and hope it falls right away, whereas he can say, I'm gonna lay it there, and it'll lay there. So Isaac, what really got you interested into tree cutting?
What really got me into tree cutting was probably about 6 years ago. We had a couple big storms, and my family and I moved into a different house, and we had probably 30 ash trees that were dead, and we were like, well, we have to get these out of here so it's safe. So when we started working on that, my dad and I got really into using the chainsaws, and I got really into watching videos on YouTube, of course, about how to drop the trees correctly and safely. And I just really fell in love with the way the wood works and woodworking, and tree cutting's been a great way to get into that.
Yeah. What's the biggest tree you've fallen, either by yourself or with other people around?
Probably, I think this last summer, I felled one that was probably about 36 or 40 inches in diameter. It was left a pretty good mark in the ground once it came down. It was an ash tree, of course, so the branches all exploded at the end.
That was a good interview. I want to do more. It's fine. I want to do more employee videos just to show you. A lot of the comments say like, oh, dad and son, father-son team. Yes, me and him are a team, and we might be a good team. We argue, but
Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't? Who doesn't argue with their father? It's part of business, and it's something that we want you guys to see. A lot of YouTubes, I don't like it because all that stuff's edited out. Family business, all that's edited out. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I want to do more interviews with some of the guys that made this possible. We cleared maybe this 1,200 foot section of rail in maybe 3 days, and we had me, you, Dad, and I think 3 others. So we might do a interview of them. If you guys like it, if you don't like this or you want more of it, leave it in the comments. I enjoy doing it because I want to give credit to the people who made this happen, because if it was just me and Dad, we'd still probably be cutting trees. We are gonna go show you where we're gonna put the spoil and the dirt from the Gradall digging behind me from the trench, and we'll pick you up there. Okay, so what you're looking at now, and I'll go down in there as the camera person follows me. Down in here is where we want to put the spoil from the trenching. This is a low spot right here, although it's not too bad compared to where the rail is. Sorry, it's cold and I'm out of breath. But right in here is where we'd like to put the spoil to level us out, give us a place to park, put equipment, stack railroad ties, stuff like that. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share us, and subscribe. Our subscribers sadly slowing down, but we're back on the railroad now, and I want you guys to know I read all the comments, or as much of them as I can, and I really care. Thank you for watching.